Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the EEARSS podcast produced by Interior TV. I'm Frank Robb. That is Cindy. That's Bill. That's Justin. What's up, guys? How's it going?
I'm terrified because right before we hit record, you let out a very devious laugh and looked at me, and I don't know what you're plotting.
I have plotting. Do I plot?
Yes.
Isn't that like, can't that be a weird term of you're plotting?
Scheming.
Like, is that plotting? Like walking? Weird walking, plotting?
That's plotting with D's.
Yeah, with a D.
I knew there was some version of it that
She's way smarter than I am. Don't look at me for confirmation.
I knew there was some version of that word that dealt with walking.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, like I imagine a deer plodding through a swamp. I don't know why I went that direction. I don't know. There's plotting going. It's plopping. There's plopping and plotting.
It's just best to agree with him, and we'll maybe get through it.
Well, I don't know what's going on right now. So, how have you guys been today? How's things going? I feel like we haven't had a conversation in at least 10 minutes.
I know it's been a while. It's been a while. For those of you at home, we just did one of these, and now we're doing another one, so that you can have podcasts during Christmas. Appreciate it.
This is a fact. Well, I think people don't realize that there are breaks in school periods.
That's right.
And then sometimes when there's a break, the reason we're able to have a podcast is because we put some in the bucket.
Yep.
In the bucket, or would it be a bag?
Don't like to come back.
In the bucket.
In the Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I got a question. AJ, did you hit record? We did hit record. You can see the red light? Okay, cool. I can breathe easier now. Thank you.
Wow.
I
AJ,
just wasn't sure.
There was real questions there, AJ.
No, you don't understand. It's one of my biggest fears is that one day we will be all done with this, and then we will, and usually it's me. I'm worried that I'm going to forget to press record, and I'm going to have to tell you that, Frank, I didn't press record, man.
Worst things have happened.
You know what my biggest fear while we're doing this is?
Oh, I know what your biggest fear is.
No, specifically about this podcast. I have lots of fears, Frank. We've covered that.
Oh, this podcast.
That while I'm sitting here in this rolling chair, precariously close to a high drop-off, I am just going to
I'm actually closer to it than you are, just so you know.
Fall off the cliff here.
If you go back that far, then you are so far away from the microphone, you got to know what's coming.
Well, at that point, just reach up and grab, because you'll probably be able to grab the curtain as you're falling.
Oh, don't grab the curtain.
I think about
it's better than breaking
probably
your neck.
10 times
Oh, that's
each
not
show.
that high. I've fallen off much higher stages.
On a chair?
Oh, yeah, on a drum throne.
On a what now?
The seat that you sit on at a drum set is called a throne.
Did you say a Trump throne?
A drum throne.
Oh, okay. My brain went. I went.
Throne.
What in the world is happening right now? I feel like we're talking about something on Game of Thrones. I'm like, it's a weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
A game. Now you got me saying.
Oh, that's what that's called, though.
Yeah.
Did you play drums?
Yeah.
Okay, we're learning things about Justin already.
Okay, there you go.
So, Justin, tell me a little bit about you, buddy.
I actually went here.
Did you?
For high school.
Were you ever in the TV production room?
No, I was a band nerd, not a TV nerd.
Okay.
They're different circles of nerd, but it's still.
Frank was a TV nerd.
There's a lot of overlap.
I was the lead of the TV nerds.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of TV nerds that like we interacted with often because they were always like the pep rally people, but we were. I mean, the band nerd realm is very secretive and very like close and tight knit.
Why is it secret? Why is the band nerd group secret? And why is it tight knit?
Do you know what secret means?
Because you've got to be in to be in.
It's like a cult, Frank.
Yeah, it is.
Got to drink the Kool-Aid.
It is, and they do have their rituals. They have their things.
Oh, absolutely.
They do. Yeah.
They wear uniforms. It's sounding.
Let's say what was a band ritual we wouldn't know about that you can talk about on TV?
Well, tell them about the shoe ceremony.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to talk about. So,
the shoe ceremony?
Yes. So it actually was one of like I don't want to say heart-wrenching because
a lot of tears.
It's one of like the most emotional like ceremonies that we have for the marching band season. When the marching band season comes to a close, all of the seniors that are going to be graduating and coming out of the band program, we all are on the field together. They leave their shoes behind, and then
There are
So,
a particular
right.
type of shoe that you
our,
march in.
our marching shoes.
They're called dinkles.
Dinkles. 14 years. I thought I heard all your stories.
Oh no,
I guess.
yeah, that's probably one of like the
Dinkles.
more emotional of them is the senior ceremony, when the seniors leave their shoes behind after the show is done.
So during the show, all the seniors are wearing sneakers
Mhm.
and wearing white shoes, so you can pick out who the seniors are because they don't have the black dinkles on.
Not the direction you thought we were going to go with this, is it?
Well, see, it's hard for me to understand because I don't wear shoes. So I don't.
See, yeah. It's the whole shoe thing.
Yeah, like I'm trying to make the concept and the grip, and then it started with shoes, and I'm like, well, okay. So it'd be like a fighter leaving behind their gloves in the ring.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really symbolic of like, these are the people that, and because it is very tight knit, you spend a lot of time together, so it is one real big weird family, and you're losing that group as they graduate from the program and they graduate from high school. So it's very emblematic of like leaving that hole in the band program by leaving those shoes behind.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So going into this episode, I've been. It's funny, I watch The Office a lot. And I literally, if I have a break sometime during a week, I'll sit down and watch an episode of The Office just because for some reason, I don't know, it just chills me out.
Mhm.
It makes me chuckle a few times, and I chill out. And
She does that with murder shows.
do you really?
Yes, absolutely.
On The Office.
That's what I fall asleep to.
It's funny. On The Office, there was an episode where Ryan left a cheesy pita in the microwave and it caught on fire, and they called him the fire guy from then on out. So you actually are a real life fire guy.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I did 12 years in structural fire departments. I've been all through Brevard County. I did my last little stint out in Lake County and moved from the structure realm as a firefighter paramedic, and now I do wildland firefighting for the Florida Forest Service.
So tell us pluses and minuses of both.
They're very different worlds. The big plus for me is it's extremely, and on the way here, I was trying to find a good word to put it, because no word that I said sounded right and like normal, but it's very soothing to get to play with fire. When you're in that world, and that's kind of that's why you show up to work every day. Getting to go to a good fire is very soothing. It's why you're showing up.
Well, you spent a lot of time training for it.
Right. And it's that kind of justification and verification, like in your own mind, of like, okay, like I did need to show up today. Like I did something today, and what I did was fight fire. So it's that really like self-soothing, like I'm on the right path. This is why I'm here kind of philosophy.
I've contributed. I've accomplished something.
Yeah, there's a real
Right.
thing to that. Yeah, so before I had heart surgery, there were times where I'd wear a Holter monitor and a heart monitor, and my calmest times throughout my day was when I would be catching an alligator.
Right.
It's 100%. Most people, their heart rate would be 200. Mine be like 55 or 60.
Right.
Because that's just, when you're in your element and you're in your
Yeah.
thing, you're 100% going to be calm and chilled and just relaxed and loving life.
Right. That's the zone that you wake up for, is
Yeah.
to get to do that.
So
Cool
that's
thing.
you get to enjoy that every day now.
Oh, I mean, we don't fight fire every day.
Yeah, we try not
Something
to
I
light
didn't
everything
I
on
didn't
fire.
know about wildland firefighters until he switched was how much they actually do in the forest outside of that. Like, yes, obviously you have the times where you protect the forest from
Right.
the big raging fires.
We're the Lorax.
But yes,
I
you're
was
the
going to say
Lorax.
Bigfoot, but
Tell
okay. Yeah.
tell us, yeah. I make fun of him all the time for that. Tell us about what kinds of other stuff are happening in our forest.
So
Well, real quick too,
Okay.
there's this weird thing going on here that people are starting to notice right about now. that these two have this weird connection. This Cindy and Justin.
We've
this weird
met a
connection.
few times.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Cindy, tell us about that real quick.
Oh, we're real good friends. We've known each other for a little while.
Come on, Cindy. Break it down.
Justin is my husband.
There we go.
We have been together. We just celebrated 2 days ago. What day is today?
It's Wednesday, so it would have been Monday. Yeah.
2 days ago, we celebrated our 14-year anniversary.
That is flippin' awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. Okay, now we'll let you back to that. Now that everybody understands that dynamic and they're starting to get it
You
now.
may ask him no secret questions. You may ask him nothing personal. I am a closed book.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think we
that's-
already know the
that's not
secret
gonna
stuff.
happen.
Yeah, we already know the secret stuff, so it's all good.
So,
Clowns, we know all about the clowns. Yep, sorry.
well, not just clowns,
Shut
circus music.
up.
Oh, yeah,
Like
so we've heard. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's not explicitly the clowns. All you need is the music.
Well, I tried to break it down earlier. I'm like, what if it's a clown that's just like wearing the shoes or the outfit with no makeup on and it still freaked her out? Like, if, like I say, I walk in with a giant pair of red shoes on, would you lose your mind? And she's still at the point where she, I mean, I would go buy a giant pair of red shoes just to find out.
You know, you're asking like the real questions because in 14 years, I've never dove in that deep into like, all right, where's the line? I like it.
That's 100% what I'm wondering. I'm wondering what, I mean, can you wear the overalls and be okay without the shoes and without the makeup? Or is it every little piece of the entire assembly?
Stephanie threw me for a loop though, because then she comes out with, well, what if it's a dog dressed like a clown? And I was
Which
like,
is a legit
okay,
thing.
Yes.
I
Yes,
will
it
accept
was a
that.
good question.
That
Right.
actually, yes, that's the line. That's where it
Monkey?
becomes tolerable.
Monkey?
Yes. Oh gosh, yes. And I think any adorable animal would be fine. I trust animals more than people, Frank. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. But no person can wear any part of the
Absolutely
clown
not.
situation.
And no offense, because
if it's
I
just a
actually
nose?
know
What if it's
people
just a
that
nose?
are
Yeah, that was
my
clowns
question.
as a
What's just
profession,
the
and they are
nose?
lovely people.
Yeah, just a red nose, no makeup.
But you frighten me.
Because they could be pretending to be
They're
what's
not
the reindeer?
Patch Adams.
What's the
Oh,
reindeer?
Rudolph.
Yeah, they could
Rudolph,
be pretending to be
What's the
Rudolph.
reindeer?
Well, he knew what I was talking
Right.
about. Yeah.
It's the season and everything.
I couldn't think of his
So-
name, dagnabbit. I got too many. I'm thinking about clowns, which he does look kind of clowny with the red nose. But he is a deer, so I mean.
Now, if a clown wears a glowing red nose,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So when did this become an interview of you?
I don't know.
I
It
don't
it
know.
went there.
I hate everything
Okay.
about this.
All right, go back to your
This
question
is-
you had of him, please.
I don't even know what it was.
It was something
It was-
about fire.
Oh,
what he
tell
does
us-
in the woods
Right.
besides fight
Yes.
fire.
Yep,
Yes,
tell us
please.
about that.
so our primary responsibility is fighting fire, and I think our textbook primary responsibility is prevention.
Correct.
Um,
Yeah, makes sense.
That's everything, but that's not. It's important. That's not the fun stuff. I can't even say that because I do like public education. I do like like going to schools, talking with the kids, showing them what we do, showing them our gear, all that fun stuff. So yeah, prevention's number one. Number two is we get to go fight and play with fire. But number three, I'm fortunate enough to be on a state forest. I'm out at the Little Big Econ.
Okay.
That's
That's a lot of property out there. Holy moly.
Right. So we cover all of the Seminole County side of the Charles Bronson and the Little Big Econ, as well as like all wildfires in Seminole County. Like we're going. If we get asked to go, we're going. And then because I'm on the forest, we also have all of our forest responsibilities of prescribed burning, trail maintenance. We haven't had it since I've been there. I've only been there for a year. But I've gotten to play around in the wildland side just from the structural world. But tree harvesting, we can go out and do surveys, and we do inspections to make sure that if people wanted burn for land clearing or to widen roads or any number of reasons why people burn stuff on their property, plant stuff. That's the distinction, not
Right.
like
Yeah.
paint cans and things like that, but plant stuff. If we go out and make sure that it's in an area that is not going to spread or it shouldn't spread, they're not going to burn their house down and their neighbor's house down, all that kind of stuff. So we do a lot of inspections. We have some authority to, not even ticket is the wrong word, but it's more of a
Enforce.
well, and it's not even that. We call them notice of violations. So
Okay.
if someone does something that does cause detriment to the woods or somebody else's property or anything like that, it's basically just a notice to them that we caught you. Like,
somebody knows what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
There can be implications to that, but we are not necessarily the ones that deal with the implications of it, depending on how egregious, how big, how destructive all that is. We are the ones that identify that it happened, this was the cause, and write that notice that, yeah, we've identified this is what happened.
So you guys are doing disking and stuff too?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
do a lot of fire line prevention work. So disking plow lines, making sure that if we do get a fire in the forest, it stays within
Certain
the block that's
parameters there, yeah.
burning. We can go out and do animal observation. We do have a wildlife management area that's within our realm. So come hunt season, we can be asked to go out and just do some observation to make sure that the ecology and the animals are there that can support the hunt. So we're not going to overhunt. With tree harvesting, we're not going to let people go in and over tree harvest. It's all, we are responsible for that forest health.
There you go.
I
So-
have lived here my entire life, born and raised, and I never knew until he started working there what was out there. That place is
Mhm.
beautiful. There are miles and miles of walking trails and all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff that
We're fortunate enough, we're one of the most visited state forests in the state of Florida. And that's the other side of what we do, is managing the recreation side of it. We don't have any motorized trails, but we've got bike trails, we've got hiking trails, we've got hunting areas and all that. So we are the stewards of making sure that people can go out there and enjoy it.
Yeah, I know. I hear about weird stuff on the different places that I'm working on doing the biodiversity research all the time. You'll hear like somebody came across a yellow jacket nest over here that we're going to take care of, or this over here, or the trees down that trail, and we're going to do. I'm like, man, you guys are all over the place all the flipping time.
And it's a blast. I mean, I get to go to work and play in the woods all day.
It's the jam.
Right. We have things that we have to accomplish, but if the immediate things are met, I mean, it's us wandering in the woods to find something to fix.
Yeah. Say, I've only been out a couple of times, but I actually have came across lightning strikes out in the woods
Oh yeah.
while working, and it's always pretty neat. It's like, look at that, it's a daggum fire in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It just happened to happen. You never know. Okay, now let's get on to the pressing questions.
no.
Tell us a little bit about
I don't
how.
like where this is
Tell us a
going.
little bit about how you and Cindy met. Tell us.
I know exactly what he's gonna say.
Tell us the love story. Let's hear the love story.
So at the time I was working for an audiovisual company that did like corporate events and different events and stuff through hotels. And she was working in the restaurant in one of the hotels that I was working in. And when I went walking through the open entryway of that hotel, she yelled at me.
There
She
it
yelled
is.
at you.
Yes.
What
There
did she
it
yell?
is.
I don't even know what it was.
Was it just like a hey?
I have no idea. I'm walking through minding my own business, and here is this very attractive redhead shouting at me, and
Which is a good start to anything.
right.
Yeah.
So I stopped, and
He loves to tell people, how'd you meet? Oh, she yelled at me. That's
You have no idea what she
Well, yeah.
yelled. Was it like a couple syllables,
Do
or
you
was it
remember
like a,
what
"Ah"?
you yelled?
Yeah.
I wasn't yelling at him. I was
Oh.
yelling past him
Oh,
at my
over
friend.
him at
My
somebody
friend that worked at
She
the
was
front
yelling
desk
at
that
me.
could see me from the bar knew I had a crush on him because we would see him walk by all the time looking all cute.
Oh.
Looking all cute.
Uh-huh. I was yelling at her actually to shut up. I
Oh,
can't, I
because she
can't,
was because she
I
was saying
can't
something
say
to you.
what I was yelling.
Oh, okay.
She was
Wow.
mocking me.
Wow. Oh, about him walking by.
Yes.
Really?
And he just happened to turn and look.
That's
Well, there you
hilarious.
go. We happened to turn it
Okay,
up, so
and
it
then
all worked out.
where's it go from there?
so we had worked.
Well, how much
wanna-
do you want to know, Frank?
I want to hear the whole story. Yeah, I want to hear that whole the first interaction story.
we had worked around each other for a while.
Had you guys ever said
and
a single word to each other before that?
I-
Yes, he just doesn't remember it. He responds well, apparently, to being yelled at.
A lot of men do. Yeah.
I mean, there were like the passing, like,
Hey, how's it going?
right, hi, as I'm like racing through to other things. And I mean, when she yelled at me, it really caught my attention. So it worked.
Yeah. So I mean, did you like walk over and ask her out like right then?
No.
Oh,
So I mean, worked together, started talking more because she yelled at me, so I took notice.
It's reasonable.
Right.
Should have
And
started out with that.
and really became good friends before we ever really started dating. And the more that we talked, the more that a lot of it was done on Facebook, talking to each other and really just getting to know each other. It got to the point where it was kind of like, all right, maybe there actually like is something here. Like we got along too well and we enjoyed talking to each other way too much to kind of ignore that opportunity.
Cindy's just smirking. I can't even tell what is going on over here. It's like a strange smirk.
Talking about myself and me. This is my worst nightmare.
It's driving her nuts.
Oh,
I
Oh, okay.
You're not even talking about though. He is.
He's talking about it.
No, it's awesome. I think me and you were in college together, right as you guys were just fixing to get married. I think you guys got married like 6 months after me and you first met in school.
Probably,
It was something
yeah.
like that, yeah. And that's just, I don't know. I couldn't be happier for you guys. It's awesome. Despite the clowns and the other weird stuff, it's she's a pretty awesome lady.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I get to harass her every day.
so are there ever giant birds in your backyard with big beaks?
Oh God.
Yes. Well, they're not anymore, thanks to someone from what I've heard.
Well, literally every time I see a snake somewhere, Cindy will ask, "Where's that at?" And I'll be like, "It's in your backyard."
And I can never tell if you're being
she
serious.
can never tell. They never are anywhere near y'all's place, but somehow, in her mind, they're always in your backyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I guess
Including the time I sent you that picture of the one in my pond, and you had to tell me 27 times, Cindy, that's not a water moccasin. It's not. And
No,
are you
it's
sure,
pretty
Frank?
awesome that you have
Are you
that.
sure?
Yep,
Now-
I have banded water snakes in my pond that eat my turtle pellets. They come out and eat the turtle pellets.
In her defense, I was like in the pond when the snake came
Oh,
out.
were you?
So I was working on like cleaning up the edge and around like the waterfall because we had a koi pond that
Okay.
we've
Yeah. So
since
giant
abandoned that.
birds took apart.
Right.
Well, the koi went away.
Well, yes, they were taken
Yeah.
away,
Yeah.
Bill.
They were taken
Yes,
away.
they were.
They absconded.
Yeah, it's funny. So we have a pond where I put turtles and frogs and minnows and banded water snakes into it. So it's like the perfect ecosystem. So you go out there to feed the fish and the turtles, and all the snakes come out and eat the fish and turtle food. And it's like while the fish are eating, you'll watch a snake come by and grab a minnow, and it's the coolest little thing ever.
Yeah. And that was the koi pond. I mean, we didn't have turtles, and I mean, we did have a snake very briefly, but you know, watching the fish come by and pick out the mosquito larvae.
Oh, yeah, it's a
and
jam up.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's cool having something like that in the
Yeah.
backyard. So what? You guys take a lot of trips together and go on like a lot of adventures. Tell us about getting her involved in all the adventures.
Ooh, how far back do we want to go? Do we want to go?
Just tell me about a random adventure with Cindy out in the middle of nowhere. How does that go?
Gatlinburg? Is that
Oh,
what you're glaring at me for, or
No, I
were
was,
you glaring at me for the knee?
The knee.
Dear Lord,
She
I gotta
is
hear this. I gotta
she
hear
is
this
an
story.
avid camper. She's told us all about.
She did tell us. She was an avid
Yes.
camper.
So it took quite a bit of time to convince her to go camping because her philosophy was like, we paid for this whole house. Why are we going to
We
go
worked
live
very
outside?
hard to not camp.
So,
you wanted to be glamping is what you wanted.
That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
okay.
I wanted.
Yeah.
but
all right.
but now that I mean, all it took was one camping trip, and you know, actually sleeping at night, hearing owls. She was like, all right, like when are we doing this again? So
Yeah,
but-
it's pretty awesome. Nature does that for you.
oh yeah.
Pretty awesome stuff.
Yeah, the knee story. We went to we went to Utah, and we went 2 years in a row, and that was the first year.
Yes.
So
You're lucky I went back.
we're hiking different trails, and we went to go see the lava pits. Well,
Lava tubes? The
Sure.
lava tube caves?
Yes, the lava tube caves.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So you're walking out on the ground, and all of a sudden the ground opens up, and there's huge holes. So we kind of drop our way down and see the bats fluttering around, wandering through these lava tubes. It's not as like close. There were places that were very tight and were very close, but we stayed in places that we knew we could get around at. But to get in was like a big kind of shelf with like unstable rocks trying to get down in there. Got down in there. Everything went fine. We're hiking around, watching the bats and seeing cool flecks of things and rocks. And we go to climb back out, and I reach down to help her get out. And I go to pull her out because I'm helping.
He's helping. He's helping.
Okay.
I was winded trying to climb up out of this thing, and I'm telling him, I need a second. I got to catch my breath. And he thinks he's being my champion, going, you got this. You can do that. Like, thank you for being so supportive, but I actually do need a second. Well, he went to help me pull up, even though my body wasn't doing that. Broke my knee.
Dang.
Hit it right on the side of this jagged rock. We were 2 miles in. We had to hike back to that car.
And hike the next day and the next day.
The immediate look on his face when he realized, oh, you weren't just saying that you didn't have it. You didn't have it. Oh no, what have I done?
Well, I think that was it. It wasn't like, hang on a second. You were just like, I don't have it. And I was like, well, I have you. So we're going to do this. And
Wow. That's a story.
I just looked at him and I was like, I need you to never believe that strongly in me again.
It's always kind of a lesson in communication, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe something like that.
But fortunate enough,
Never think I am that capable again.
that wasn't a deterrent. We've gone
Right.
hiking since. We've gone back out to Utah, and we're planning
Again.
North Georgia.
There you go.
And
So do you have you developed something that's like, no, don't yank me?
Oh, he'll never do it again.
Okay, well, see, there you
Yeah,
go. There you go.
It took one time. That was it. Now when I say I need a minute, he says, okay, absolutely. Yep.
Gotcha.
at this point, she's on her own. If she I'm not putting my
gotta
hand down
ask.
there to
You
help
gotta
get her out. If she's gonna stay in there, she's gonna stay in there.
Oh, Lord.
The last time we were there, I slipped and fell on the side of.
On like
The
one of the
same-
easiest hikes that we did the entire time we
There
were
were like
in Utah.
toddlers like running past me. Like it was nothing to them. That's when I slipped and fell on the side of a sand cliff.
So is it like you do really well in like really difficult things and the easy things catch you?
I was basically just standing too. I was barely even moving, watching this little kid run up the side of this cliff,
True story.
Oh yeah, 100%.
feet right out. He just freeze. He looks at me. He goes, "Are you hurt?" And I said, "Just my pride. Do you want help up? No, let me just lay here for a minute."
That's usually the best thing to do. Just you're better off just laying there for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're always better off laying there for a minute. Just
All these little
sucking
kids
it
are
up.
like staring at me like, "Is she okay?
Well, I mean,
Did that old lady hurt herself?"
I fell off a ladder trimming bushes a couple of years ago, and I think this was height of COVID. So you were at home working. I'm trimming trees or trimming bushes. Fell off the ladder. She hears the thud, and all she says is like, "Are you okay?" I don't know yet. Do you want me to call anybody? No, I know the firefighters up the street. I'm going to lay here for a second.
Holy moly.
No offense to those guys. I mean,
You
I
just didn't want
Right.
them to
right.
see you.
I
in a
worked
little
with
pile.
them plenty.
Yeah.
Didn't
But-
want that to be a story that they
Especially
could tell.
because
Right.
Oh,
the
that would've
first
been a
thing I
story.
would tell them is 30 seconds before that, I said, "That's a terrible idea. You sure you don't want me to come hold that ladder?" No, I got it. This is fine. I do this all the time. All right. I sat right back down.
And all of those things were true. I did it all the time. I had it right up until the ladder started tipping.
Right? Yeah, he had it right up until
That's
he
right.
didn't.
Until gravity took
Right.
over, and then,
Nothing like a good fall. Goodness gracious. I think I was out in the middle of the street playing ball with my brother's dog and my brother. This is a
okay.
couple of years ago. We're throwing this ball back and forth, and it's a giant German Shepherd. Her name was Nellie. Her name was Nellie. She passed away now, but
Oh.
he threw the ball purposely low, so the dog could run 1,000 miles an hour at me. And as I reached down to grab the ball, the dog hits me at the knees. I do a front flip on the asphalt and land flat on my back. And my brother's laughing hysterically.
Of course, his brothers would.
Yeah.
That's
And
kind
not
of the
asking,
point.
"Are you okay? Did you die?" Which, I mean, it seemed to be fair questions. but-
Obviously, you're looking at him. You ain't dead.
The best thing you can do is just lay there for a while. As
There you
bad
go.
as it hurts,
Exactly.
you just lay there for
Yeah.
a while. It's like that. Just,
Make sure all
Suck it
the
up.
bones are in the right places
Yes.
before you start moving. Yeah.
And then go for a while as you walk back to where you're going to go, and then you go sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually it works out pretty good that way. Yikes. All right, AJ, you're up, dude.
So,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We
Tell
can.
us what you're doing, AJ.
What I'm doing right now?
Yeah. No. Tell us what you're talking to us about.
Like in life.
All right. Well, it's basically just a bunch of random questions.
Oh well, I mean, tell us what you're doing. Are you doing something called trivia?
Yeah, we're doing trivia.
We're doing. We're doing
He's like,
trivia.
I thought that was
We're doing
self-explanatory,
trivia.
Frank.
Okay.
Oh, we
so
understood that.
We're doing trivia. Is there a topic or is it just randomness?
Randomness, really.
Randomness.
My favorite.
Okay. So how many? Well, don't tell us how many. We're fine. Go
You
with
sure?
go with the random first one.
All right. The random.
We can all answer, right?
Yeah.
Or is
I
it-
made
or-
sure of that.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right.
All right. What type of creature is a Pacific sea wasp?
What type of creature?
Wait. So wait, are
Is
you
a
looking? Are you?
Pacific sea wasp?
Yes, a Pacific sea wasp.
I mean,
what type of creature is it?
I would
I
guess.
Is it
feel
an-
like it's built into the name.
Is
I
it?
would think
I
it
bet
is,
that's
too.
a trick name.
Yeah. Maybe
Is
it's
it
a
an
trick name.
invertebrate? Is it like a little like?
Pacific sea wasp.
I'm gonna go
guessing-
with an invertebrate of some kind.
I'm gonna go with an insect. No, wait. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they. Bill, what
Yes.
you got?
Come on. Not everyone answered.
Wait, hold on a second.
Um,
We're working on it.
I'm gonna go with sea. Like it's a sea snake.
It's
sea-
a worm.
Ooh,
A worm.
sea snake
I
sounds
don't
pretty
know.
good, actually.
I don't know.
All right, what is it?
A jellyfish.
Really?
A jellyfish.
sea
Because of the
wasp?
sting? Is that
You
why it's
said
called
it,
a
didn't
wasp?
you?
There you
not
go.
call it?
Okay. Yeah,
Cindy. Okay,
that makes
Cindy's one up.
sense.
All right.
All right. Nobody got any points.
Cindy
I
got
got
it right.
a half point.
Cindy got it right. Didn't you say invertebrate?
I
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Which I think, technically speaking, is kind of sort of correct.
All right. We're gonna.
True. It
we're
ain't
gonna
wrong.
Get rid of the nature questions really quick.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
What is
There
the
we go.
largest thing a whale can swallow?
It's not a house.
What's the largest thing?
Anything. Like, just give me.
A beach ball?
Another whale.
Ooh.
Sharks.
Oh, wait.
Or are
They
you
have
looking
that-
for like a sizing? Are
Yeah,
you looking
no,
for
no.
like a poundage
Yeah, what-
measurement?
No, just
A
like
thing.
anything.
Another whale.
No, I'm gonna say a quarter because I think they can only swallow things that are so sized because of the
Oh. Yep.
things
They're
they have going on.
baleen.
Yes,
Isn't that
there
what
you
it's called?
Yeah, the baleen
Baleen.
shrimp.
I mean,
Isn't that what
doesn't it
they're-
greatly depend on
Which
The
type
whale.
of whale?
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
type
if
of
you're
whale?
talking about
Any
a
type
killer
of whale,
whale,
any type
a
of whale.
killer whale is going to be different than a blue whale.
I say a
Killer whale is an orca, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's still a whale.
Is it a
Okay,
whale?
just
a fish.
whales,
I think it's
not
a
I
fish.
think
orca,
they're
it's just
not.
whales.
I think they're
yeah,
a
I think
fish.
they're a different.
No. They believe
Are orcas whales?
they
I
have
don't.
live young.
I think we're doing our own trivia over here.
I
right now.
think
I think
we digress.
I
They
feel
are
like
mammals.
Can we
Frank
stay on
would-
topic?
I feel like Frank would be on the right track because I
So
feel like
sorry,
that
AJ.
that's like
I
a
think they're
weird.
Yeah.
I think they're a
Yeah.
fish.
Also,
Yeah.
no, we
so
can't.
let's say
you
a
know
quarter.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
size
say a
of
quarter.
Yeah,
It is a grapefruit.
a great.
Okay.
Really?
It's closer to
I
that
was
quarter than I
way
thought.
off.
Closer to a quarter than I thought. What is?
All right. The Olympics are held every how many years?
Well, it depends on if you're talking about summer or Olympic.
4?
Summer or winter.
No, it's still every 4
Ah.
It
years.
is
Yeah,
4. Yeah.
4.
yeah.
They alternate the summer and the winter, so it's
I'm
So
talking
it
about
seems
both.
like every 2, but yeah,
Yeah.
4. Every
Oh.
4 years.
yeah, it's every 4 years. Summer Olympics are every 4, and then the winter are every 4, but they're staggered.
then-
Justin, thoughts?
Is Frank
I'm
correct?
including both. So,
So
So
it would be
two.
So
two.
then that
Every
would be
2 years?
yeah, 2 years. Yep. Mr. Curtis is getting the point.
So I should have
Since he
started.
explained
I
it.
said 2 originally, but Bill talked me
You
out of it.
did.
Yeah. So Frank gets the point.
So no, I get the point.
No,
I
he
talked
gets the
him
point.
out of it.
He did
Come
talk
on.
me out of it. It's solid. It's a solid effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What ancient library was burned down?
Alexandria.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that.
Yep.
All right. Justin, check mark.
Easy, you already got. All right.
He's like, that went way too fast.
True or false? Can a donkey see all 4 of its feet?
Can a doggy or a
Donkey.
donkey.
Can it see all four of its feet?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I
If it
wouldn't
turns
think
around
so.
and looks at them,
It can't
If
turn
you give it a
around.
mirror.
it can go like this.
Okay, just
No.
I mean, from looking forward.
Well, looking out.
Oh no, they can. Their eyes on the side of their head.
Right.
Yes, they can.
But if
Okay.
their eyes are on the side of their head, do they see the feet right
They
under
can't
their
see
head?
directly in front of them, but they can see beside them. So I think so. They can do one of these. Wait, look for it. Wait for it.
I'm still gonna go with no.
I'm going with no.
I'm going with yes.
and Mr. Curtis.
I'll go with no.
Only Rob got that right.
See, there
Oh,
we go.
Shakalaka.
man.
The eyeballs
Got the
they go like
points.
this.
Okay.
I'm thinking real hard to make them go.
Telescoping lenses.
Yeah, well, their eyes are over here. So they're kind of they're doing one of these like fish thingies.
Okay.
Yeah, but fish can't see their
You ready
feet
for the
either.
next one?
The fish can't see anything in front of them. They can see.
Say what now?
You ready
We're
for the
ready.
next one?
Oh, we're
okay.
ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What is the black hole at the center of our galaxy?
A black hole.
My
Black hole
life.
at
I
the
don't
center of
where
the
we.
galaxy.
The black. There's a black hole at the center of our
It's
galaxy.
probably
your
that.
life
It
is
might
at
be
the
that
center of
question.
the galaxy? Is that-
yes, Bill.
It very likely might be that
I
question.
didn't know.
The black hole.
There's
Wait,
a-
you're looking for a specific name for it?
Yeah, the name.
I
Bob.
didn't know they got named.
I didn't know they named
This is-
black holes.
This is news to me.
I didn't know we had a black
We
hole.
revolve
Andromeda.
around it.
Andromeda.
And what'd you say?
Well, that's the name of the
Yeah,
galaxy.
we revolve
Oh,
around a black hole.
Oh.
Every galaxy does.
The sun.
Is he? Are
No,
you being?
no, no,
I
the
can't tell if
galaxy.
he's joking or
hole,
not.
like the
That's
whole
that's the solar system.
galaxy.
He's saying every galaxy revolves around a black hole.
That's what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Is
I
that
didn't
is
know that
like
fact.
a proven theory?
Hmm?
I feel
It's
like
a
that
high
should,
school kid with Google.
I feel like
Yes,
that
he
should
is.
be.
He is right, Frank.
That should
I
have been a
assure
trivia
you.
question. I don't even.
Okay.
I didn't know it was a
I
thing.
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
No,
I
what's
have
it
no
called?
idea.
Well, it's called Sagittarius A.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
As averse to Sagittarius B.
Right
Right.
now, there's
That's the
three-
one next door.
Yeah.
that's
Alright.
the,
All right. What
the
is the
adjacent.
what is the capital of Norway?
Oslo.
Oh, yep.
Come on.
Miss Curtis is in the lead.
Oh, Mr. Curtis, you're in the
Pull
lead.
the head.
Okay. How many questions do we have left?
You have 3 more.
3 more.
Okay,
Here we
all
go.
right.
Showdown.
All right. How many books are in the Bible?
Oh my
62.
goodness.
Is that Old Testament, New Testament?
Yep.
Okay.
We're not including the Catholic Bible.
Okay. Yes. Yes. We're not including the Apocrypha.
What about the forbidden books?
That's the Apocrypha.
Yeah. No apocrypha, no pseudepigrapha.
Yeah. There you go. Ooh.
Pseudepigrapha.
He used a
He
big
should-
word.
He should know the answer.
He
to
should
I have
know the answer.
absolutely no idea.
I don't.
It's
I-
more than I've got on my fingers and toes.
Little when I was a kid and Sunday school me knew the answer, but old me has completely forgotten.
I'll give you a hint. It's in the 60s.
Well, Frank said.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
did you say? 62.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was
Frank said
close.
64.
64. Okay.
65.
All right.
Do I hear another? Do I hear
67.
another?
At this point, I feel
Frank's
like I'm
using
cheating.
Google. You can't use
I'm not using
Google.
Google. I was
Frank.
looking at something totally different.
Yeah, exactly.
We believe you.
Exactly.
It's
Well,
62
the
or
closest answer was what was the close? Can you repeat your answer?
Just tell me the answer.
62 or 64.
Tell us the answer.
Okay, 66.
66.
66.
Okay.
I said
She
67.
said 67.
But I went over, so does that
So-
count?
Closest
Yeah,
out
there
going
you go.
over.
Yeah.
She was the
Without
closest.
going
You'll
without
get the
going
point.
over.
You'll get the pity point.
Oh,
pity
pity
point.
point.
Oh
There you
no,
go.
AJ,
A
that
pity
cut
point.
deep.
Yikes. Pity point. Okay. 2
All
more.
right. How many amendments are in the United States Constitution or whatever?
Or whatever. He
Or-
said.
I don't.
or-
It's
How many amendments do we have?
there's 27.
Or whatever.
Who said 27?
I did.
All of
Oh,
us.
okay. Sorry. All right. You. All right. You're winning by 2.
Oh, so there's no way to
Well-
catch him.
Yep.
He's
Okay,
not
there's
the
one
only
more.
one that said that, though.
That's right.
Well, he said it first.
Yeah.
See, there you go. I said it first.
I feel like you should give them
I
both a
gave you
point, just so
time.
Cindy has
I
a
You
gave
chance.
did
you
give me
time.
time.
All right, go ahead.
was
Let's-
hoping.
Last
You,
one. Hit us with
you
the last
did.
one.
You
All
were
right.
benevolent.
Benevolent.
And then there's a bonus.
Okay.
A bonus.
Wait.
So there's 2.
I digress.
Is-
Never mind. Go ahead and say
Is
it.
the bonus worth more?
Ooh,
No.
it should be.
Ooh, we can
No.
we can wager what we want to before the bonus.
Oh, that's
You'll
right.
understand why it's a bonus soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. What does RGB stand for?
Red, green, blue.
Yep, you got that.
Boom!
That's right.
Shakalaka.
Boom.
I almost said
All right. If
your
you get this bonus
favorite
question,
drink.
if you get this bonus question, then you'll be tied with him.
There you go.
So the bonus question is: how long has William Curtis been a teacher?
27 years.
You're obviously not allowed to answer, Bill.
Yeah, I know. Because I kind of know.
27 or 28?
We're including completed years, not the one where he's at right now.
Oh, okay.
26.
27.
25.
28 completed years.
Nice.
Wow.
So I did I get that?
I think Frank did. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Curtis wins, but
Yeah.
yeah, sure, you can
Wait, I
have it.
thought you said I was tied if I got that one right.
Well,
well,
he won the actual
technically
trivia.
did. Didn't,
Oh, so it was a bonus. It wasn't a real bonus. Okay, I understand.
So you were
AJ.
close.
Yeah.
Did you get it right?
No, I didn't.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I said 27 or 28,
Yep.
but I can't pick both.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I said 28. Then he said, well, it wasn't including this year, so I went down one.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That.
So AJ, go ahead and kill your mic.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Justin, thank you so much for being here and chat with us
Thank you.
and helping us harass your wife for a little while. That was a blast too.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a blast.
It is like one of my biggest hobbies.
There
No
you go.
joke. During the pandemic, when I was working from home, I had to hear him while he was in one of his little online classes. And you know, they do those like icebreaker things
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When they're like,
uh-huh.
oh, tell us
a
your
little
favorite
something.
hobby. I hear him from the other room tell them
No, you
his
didn't.
favorite
100%.
hobby
No, you
is
didn't.
annoying his wife.
Yeah. My
There
name
you
is
go.
Justin Dennison. I'm a firefighter paramedic, blah, blah, blah. I worked for Lake County at the time. One of my favorite or my biggest hobby is annoying my wife.
See,
That's
there
so
you go.
rough.
Well, and you got to practice at these
I was
things.
on
You
a
can't
Teams
just
call and my
expect to
coworker
get
was
better.
like, "Did I just hear that?" I was like, "Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now you know what I'm living with."
There's many versions of love.
There you
Yes,
go.
there is.
All right. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Thank you a bunch. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into the EEARSS podcast. You can find us on all platforms by searching EEARSS or EEARSS.org or alligatorrob.com. They'll take you to the same place. Rob has 2 B's, just in case you were confused. Also, we're holding Cindy's losing it. That's making me lose it. Okay, I'm all good. On January 19th in Cocoa Village, we are having it in Ears to the Environment Eco Fest. It will be presentations inside, along with games, along with animal presentations. That was a lot of presentations. We have a lot of things going on inside the Civic Center from 9 to 4. Then outside, hour after 4 o'clock, we're going to have live music from 5 to 11. It's all free. Bring your families. Come enjoy it. Have a bunch of vendors. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Fisher Nissan, Kelsey's Pizza, Titusville, FPL, Hello Again Books, VR Pediatric Dentistry, a lot of other amazing people. Thank you for doing everything you're doing to help us put this all together. Appreciate you all a bunch, and we'll catch you all next week. Bye-bye.